Since it's Father's Day, let me tell you about how growing up with the father only as a girl was. Hi, I'm Mmatshepo and this is my story. Growing up with just my father was a unique experience. He wasn't the type to talk much about emotions or share his feelings, but his actions spoke louder than any words ever could. For as long as I can remember, it was just the two of us against the world, navigating life together. Him with his unrelenting determination, and me with my youthful curiosity. At some point, life struck and we barely had much, but that never stopped my dad from making ends meet. My dad was, and kinda still is, strict too. No nonsense about it. If I came home late, he would ground me without a second thought. If my grades slipped, he'd confiscate my phone until they improved. Discipline is love, as some would say, and as much as I hated it then, I understand it now. Then came the day that marked the beginning of a new chapter in my life, my first period. I won't lie, I dreaded telling my dad. How could I? It felt like the most awkward thing in the world, but I had no choice. There was no one else to tell. When I told him, he didn't make me feel weird about it. Instead, he called his female friends and asked for assistance. Being a teenager with a father only has been a bit difficult, as there are certain things you feel like you can't speak about with your dad, but at the same time, he has been the only one in my life. I often resented his rigidity, especially while my friends enjoyed the freedom of going out late and also attending parties. As this is my last year of being a teenager, I realized it might have been for the best. Yes, my dad is still strict, still gives lectures any chance he gets, but I figured this might be his way of preparing me for a world that he knew could be unkind. My mom's absence was a void he refused to let define my childhood. He made sure I grew into a radiant young woman that carries lessons he taught me. I don't want to bore you with my story, so to conclude all I have said, I'm grateful for him filling the void of not growing up with a mother. Even though I still roll my eyes every time he lectures me, I know it comes from a place of love though. Because of him, I know what it means to be strong. Because of him, I know how to make ends meet when the world feels like it's crumbling. Because of him, I'm unyielding, grounded, and know that love is not always expressed through soft words. So I appreciate him for being there when I need him. Thank you, Dad, and happy Father's Day to my dad and all the dads out there.